frame about 25 size.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
A very good evening and a warm welcome to our first edition of UBC News Tonight on this 10th day of June 2025. I'm Lorene Masika Kazimoto and my colleague on sign language interpretation, Yusuf Senyomo. We do welcome you into this news bulletin, and we start off with our first headlining story this evening. President Museveni and the First Lady Janet Museveni, also Minister for Education and Sports, participated in the ongoing mass registration and renewal exercise for the national identification cards at State Lodge, Nakasero. The exercise is carried out by the National Identification and Registration Authority, NIRA, and is tasked with registering all citizens and legally resident non-citizens, issuing national identification numbers, and maintaining the National Identification Register. This centralized system improves the management of citizen data and support efficient delivery of government services. The renewal process at State Lodge was overseen by a team from NIRA led by Executive Director Rosemary Kisembo. The new renewed ID will have improved biometric features to strengthen security and make identity verification more reliable. The new biometric technology in the cards guarantees that every person is properly registered and accounted for within the country's identity framework. Now, the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, has implored NRM leaders in Busoga's region to promote unity as the country heads for polls in 2026. Anita had an engagement with NRM leaders from 10 districts where she utilized the platform to campaign for the second national vice chairperson female in the Central Executive Committee of NRM come 2026. Busoga region is also a stronghold of Anita's competitor, Rebecca Kadaga, who is also vying for the same slot.
The Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, has extended her campaign trail to the Busoga region, which is dominated by her main competitor, Rebecca Kadaga. accompanied by the Vice Chairperson, Eastern Region, Captain Mike Mukula. Anita Among shared tips of gathering votes for the NRM party ahead of the 2026 polls. The leaders from districts including Bujiri, Namutumba, Namayingo and Mayuge, among others, were advised to promote more of unity than division.
I know a lot of fights are going to come in. They are going to bring fights on the people who support Anita. But the power to give votes is on the people. And do not be intimidated. I want to ask you leaders, work for your people. So that even if anybody comes to fight you, you'll be rooted down on the ground.
Anita Among utilized the opportunity to solicit for support to join the NRM SEC as the second national vice chairperson, female. She promised to support Busoga region in the fight against poverty.
I want to thank you so much. I want to thank you for supporting me. I know all the intimidation you're going through. But the good Lord says, be strong and courageous. For the Lord will always be with you. That is in Joshua 1:9.
Some members of parliament also attended the event. The engagement was extended to areas of Uganda, spreading the same gospel. Lydia Chomkama and Gloria Gwitabinji, Parliament.
Now, more than 2,000 members of the National Resistance Movement have so far picked nomination forms to contest in the primaries for the parliamentary and district chairperson seats on the party ticket. Among those who have collected the forms are several ministers, incumbent members of parliament and other aspiring candidates. We have the details.
This week, the NRM Electoral Commission is finalizing the process of issuing nomination forms seeking to represent the party at both parliamentary and district levels. Ministers and sitting MPs who picked nomination forms said they are seeking re-election to complete in the primaries pending initiatives, citing issues such as poor road infrastructure, inadequate healthy facilities and challenges in the education sector.
I am the current flag bearer for Woman MP seat in Kitgum district, and I am going back for the same position. I have not changed that position because that was my first term. I am going to
beg people of Fort Portal to support me.
Let me go and represent my people in the region where I come from, the older persons in the Western region.
They are very clear. Since I left Parliament, the voice is silent. Nobody talks for the Basiki in the Parliament.
Aspirants outlined their plans to address their concerns if elected.
I believe that Parliament is the best platform for me to advocate and lobby for the less privileged or the less disadvantaged. And
I call upon the people of Fort Portal to trust me with that position of Lord Mayor Fort Portal City.
My intentions of why I'm coming in is to improve sanitation, is to improve infrastructure, is to improve well-being of the citizens of Mbarara.
Bringing the leadership to the municipality that can easily guide a town that is transforming into a city in the next 1 or 2 years.
We have been lacking people to speak what hurts us as people of Uganda North.
Each candidate emphasized their individual strength and qualifications, expressing confidence in their suitability for the party flag.
I am coming for Shenyi because of poor service delivery.
I'm there now to make sure that all these older persons share properly on the national cake.
Therefore, what people need is the information. People need information. People need to be informed.
They also appealed to voters to entrust them with a mandate to address community needs in Parliament.
Deforestation, there's an issue of charcoal burning and ferrying it.
Going to explain, to make it clear to the government that the people of Labur County are unarmed, they are not raiders, they are a victim community who lost property, and this property must be compensated in the same way that the property of the people of the neighboring communities are being compensated.
All the people of Lamburi, things that are really affecting us, we are having issues with the roads, the poor roads.
It's a defining moment for myself. I'm excited to going back to the ground to actually articulate what I have achieved or what the constituency has achieved over the past 5 years.
Only complaint which is universal is lack of employment.
To get into solving problems, raising issues that affect the people of the county in Parliament.
Here to inject some new blood into the system, to also contribute and walk in the footsteps of our fathers and mothers that came before us.
NRM Electoral Commission Chairperson Dr. Tango Doi said the nomination process is running smoothly, with aspirants required to return the forms accompanied by the necessary documents.
I'm happy that it is credible and it does not have highs and lows. Everyone is treated at ground zero.
Through a hassle of a cost, of course, 30 million shillings, it is not, I may not say it is absurd, but to me it is not right.
Why I picked interest in contesting as a member of Parliament, one of the reasons is effective representation of our people.
I have come to bring a light to the politics in Muria.
Each participant is required to pay a nomination fee of 3 million shillings for parliamentary seats and 1 million shillings for district chairperson positions. The vetting and selection process is expected to begin next week. Jane Nyiramitsha, Stephen Kalisia for UBC.
Thank you, Jen Ramgisha, and thank you, Stephen Kalisia. Now, in more news this evening, the Chinese Communist Party delegation currently in Uganda for a 3-day working visit has held a closed-door meeting with NRM Secretary General Richard Todd Wong as part of their engagements in the country. The meeting, held at the NRM Secretariat in Kampala, has been described as a key milestone in strengthening the bilateral ties between the two parties and their respective countries.
Members of the visiting Chinese Communist Party on Tuesday held bilateral talks with the NRM leadership in Kampala. The engagement was closed to the media except for a brief photo opportunity. Shortly after the closed-door meeting, the NRM Secretary General Richard Todd Wong shared insights on the purpose of the visit and the discussions held.
What a delegation from the Communist Party of China, headed by one of the most senior leaders in the external relations, and we discussed quite a number of fraternal interests, and we need to thank the Communist Party of China for always standing with the most of the African revolutionary parties in areas of building capacities of many of these parties. So we have shared a lot.
Todd Wong revealed that the CPC has extended an invitation to its Ugandan counterparts to visit China.
They have invited me to go to Beijing for 2 days to discuss other issues and to attend an international conference that brings together all leaders of political parties from around the world.
The delegation, led by Rao Wenhong, head of the CPC International Liaison Department, is in Uganda to exchange views on key bilateral issues and explore ways to deepen future cooperation.
And we thank them for always supporting the NRM, for always supporting Uganda through the many developmental projects that we have, the bilaterals we have with them, the trade and all that. So we are grateful for this visit, and we should look forward to consolidate further the discussions.
The meeting, held on Tuesday, 10th June 2025, was also attended by members of the NRM Secretariat, including Deputy Secretary General Rose Namayanja, Director Information and Communication Emmanuel Dombo. In a cordial exchange, both sides shared pleasantries and appreciation for the continued partnership. Robert Nyango, UBC News.
The National Identification and Registration Authority has discouraged people from applying via online registration or renewal of national identity cards, emphasizing that applicants must appear in person. National Identification and Registration Authority officials explained that applying online wastes valuable time that could be used for other activities, since applicants are required to physically present themselves for biometric data capture.
On Tuesday, May 27th, the National Identification Registration Authority NIRA launched the mass registration and renewal exercise for national identity cards at its Lubaga headquarters. In the initial phase, NIRA targeted institutions like schools, hospitals, cultural centers, and places of worship to kickstart the process. However, amidst challenges such as registration equipment, some residents of Lubaga resorted to online registration in an attempt to fast-track the process. The Deputy Resident City Commissioner for Lubaga Division, Henry Chitambula, has since discouraged the use of online registration, saying it is not effective in this exercise. Chitambula explained that the process requires biometric data capture, including iris scanning, fingerprinting, and photographing steps that demand physical presence at the registration center.
Whether you register online, you must physically come to the registration centers because they must take your photograph, they must take the thumbprints and so on and so forth. So because of that, there is no need of you wasting money registering online when you must come physically to the registration centers.
Ahead of the 2026 general elections, the Buganda Kingdom Minister for Information Ismail Chitoke and the NIRA Manager for Monitoring and Evaluation Stephen Kasumba have urged all eligible citizens to participate in the registration exercise. They emphasize that having a national ID is crucial for accessing key services such as healthcare, among others.
It's time whereby we are nearing the process of voting to 2026, so I would urge the people around to come and get this document, because during that time we have ups and downs in the security. Someone may ask about your identification, so the only way you can identify yourself is having this verified document. So I will urge people around to come and do the needful.
You cannot access any social services, that is health, education, and others, without having that national identity card. So we are calling upon the community, the people of Uganda, to turn up and register without any hesitation.
Meanwhile, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and the First Lady, Janet Kataha Museveni, have completed the process of renewal of their national ID details. The process was conducted by NIRA officials at State House in Nakasero. Charity Marion Imnat and Andrew Sebida for UBC News.
UBC News Tonight continues. The Minister for Works and Transport, General Katumba Wamala, has revealed government plans to explore alternative transport means such as water and rail to ease pressure on road transport. General Katumba made this revelation while officiating a one-day stakeholder meeting in Kampala to develop a 5-year oil spill management plan for Uganda's inland waters.
The Minister for Works and Transport, General Katumba Wamala, said that the standard gauge railway from Dar es Salaam is expected to be completed by January 2026, easing oil and petroleum transportation via Lake Victoria.
As you are aware, Uganda is a non-coastal state, and our economy to a large extent relies on the ports of Mombasa and now highly coming up Dar es Salaam for purposes of international trade and transportation of our exports and imports. Transportation of our cargo in and out of the country to Mombasa and also Dar es Salaam, and most of these exports are usually come by road. That's why you find our roads are overburdened because of the transportation needs. And as you know, when we are looking at these roads, the services of these roads, they are not only bringing in imports and exports for Uganda, but they are bringing in imports and exports for the region. So DRC, South Sudan, Rwanda, they depend on our road network and transport system to bring in their goods and also export their products.
Robert Ntambi, Commissioner for Marine Administration at the Ministry of Works and Transport, outlined achievements and challenges in transporting and managing oil and petroleum products.
Also, the number of big cargo ships that store significant amounts of bunker fuel has increased. It is projected that more players will invest in our maritime industry as the government seeks to decongest our roads and divert most of the cargo to the rail and water transport modes.
The Danish ambassador to Uganda urged Uganda to adopt Denmark's best practices in managing oil spills and related risks.
In Denmark, oil spill management is a shared responsibility across government ministries and agencies, municipalities, the private sector, and also involving other actors, including the academia and civil society. As a country, we benefited through oil, but we also learned a lot along the way. And to be very honest, some of the models and policies that we have adopted as a country throughout the years have worked better than others. And it is our hope and intention that Uganda can learn from our experiences of both what worked well and what didn't, to do even better when it comes to environmental management of oil.
The dialogue was organized by the Ministry of Works and Transport in partnership with DESMAI, a body specializing in oil spill response and recovery systems. Mario Nawori and Annette Sana reporting for UBC.
The authorities at the Uganda Martyrs Muslim Memorial Site in Namugongo have cancelled the dua prayers and memorial services that were expected to be held today in honor of the Muslim martyrs who were executed for their faith. The reason for the cancellation, according to the site administrators, is sabotage by the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council at Old Kampala. They say the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council offered them only 5 million Uganda shillings to organize the day's event, which they considered too little, especially out of the 200 million shillings that had been given to the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council by President Museveni.
AM, our crew was all set at the Uganda Martyrs Muslim site in Namugongo to capture the day's ceremonious memories and to witness the dua prayers in honor of the faithful Muslim martyrs who were killed by Kabaka Mwanga II as celebrated annually. Security was on standby and patrolled the area to deter any possible insurgencies. However, it took us another 2 hours before anyone turned up to attend the dua prayers, apart from the site's administrators, who were engaged in a closed-door meeting. Later, people began arriving in intervals, one by one. Although the Imam had alerted the believers about the time for Salah, no dua prayers were held in memory of the Muslim martyrs. This boycott, according to the site's administrators, was in protest against what they described as a sabotage and disrespect by the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council at Old Kampala. After the lengthy closed-door meeting, the site administrators went ahead to attend normal prayers, which were not open to the media. Sheikh Shudi Nyombi, who initiated the Muslim Martyrs Prayer Program in 2009, explained why they did not conduct the special dua prayers in honor of the Muslim martyrs this year.
Abasiramu bebasooka okuttibwa olw'eddiini emyaka nga 31 emabega ng'enzikiriza endala zonna tezinnafiirwayo mujulizi n'omu. Naye ebigenze bivaayo bye bireetedde n'olwaliro lwe baasalawo nga 10 okubeera nga omukolo gw'okusabira abajulizi wano teguliiwo.
Sheikh Shudi said they were the pioneers of this memorable event, but was surprised that Uganda Muslim Supreme Council from Odi Kampala wanted to take over their responsibility.
Nze nanyini kutandika okusoma edduwa ey'okusabira abajulizi baffe abasiraamu. Era nze ensonga y'okukyusisa abajulizi ba Uganda okuva ku 23 be mwakula musoma. Mbeera bwetyo yensonga lwaki nasaba imamu mukulu atutwala Sheikh Muhammad Guyide nakkiriza ne tutandika edduwa y'okusabira abajulizi abasiraamu.
According to the Muslim site administrators, it was shameful for Uganda Muslim Supreme Council to disrespect and belittle them by offering only 5 million shillings to organize the ceremony at the site, out of the 200 million shillings donated by the president. They returned the 5 million shillings to Uganda Muslim Supreme Council.
Ensi yonna ekimanyi nti Namugongo twaweebwa emiliyoni 200 nga za kuteekateeka mukolo guno ogw'okusabira abajulizi. So si za development. Ng'ebula olunaku lumu ku miliyoni 200 ne bataako miliyoni 5
olw'ensonga baabadde baagala okumenyawo essomero erya community nga bagamba nti baagala president alabe nti abasiraamu beetaavu.
They have asked the government to demand accountability for the 200 million shillings and urged the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council to stay in their lane. Furthermore, they told UBC that they remain stuck with a 17 million shillings debt.
Ekirungi peva zaakoze ku muzikiti ne zinyiriza ekifo kino. Tusaba ebbanja eryo lituli mu bulago. Tusaba bakama baffe abawaggulu. Sente ezo bazite kubanga zabadde mu budget emiliyoni 200. Era nga batusubiza nti wezituukira ku account bajja zijjako basasule ba service providers.
They vowed and warned that they will confront anyone who plans to demolish structures at the site.
Tuli beetegefu okwenganga yenna aneetumiikiriza nti agenda kujja kumenya wano e Namugongo.
The boycott of the annual dua prayers in honor of the Muslim martyrs actually started last evening when the administrators chased away a representative from Uganda Muslim Supreme Council who had come to the Muslim side. I'm Ivan Juko for UBC.
Thank you, Ivan Juko. Now, on the other hand, the third Deputy Prime Minister, Hajat Rukia Nakadama, has reaffirmed the government's commitment to support the development of Namugongo, the site where Muslim martyrs were killed. This was during the commemoration of the Uganda Muslim Martyrs Day held at the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council headquarters in Old Kampala.
The theme, honoring our legacy, shaping our future, Muslim faithfuls converged to reflect on the sacrifices made by the Uganda Muslim martyrs. The third Deputy Prime Minister Hajat Rukia Nakadama encouraged unity and cooperation among Muslims to promote development within their communities.
To say that the government is ready, His Excellency the President is ready to compensate those people who are on that land so that that land can be redeveloped, so that that place can also look like the other faiths like Catholics and the Protestants, because ours has been in a bad shape because of that encroachment that went around. I know if we are together, if we work together as a team, we can get that money and the ministry can come and redevelop that place.
The Mufti of Uganda, Sheikh Shaban Ramadan Mubaje, said Uganda Muslim Supreme Council chose to hold the celebrations at Old Kampala rather than Namugongo, where the actual martyrdom took place, due to logistical and strategic reasons.
Twagezezaako ne twalabye nga we are time bad tulina kubeera nti bannaffe tubajjukira tujja kulongoosa ekifo ekyo ekiseera ekinaddirira lw'okubanga abadde omukolo guno teguyinza kusukka olunaku lwe twateekawo. N'olwekyo kwe kusalawo olwaleero okujja wano tuddemu tukolere wano n'omwaka ogujja inshallah tusuubira nti ekifo ekyo kinaaba kiri clear bulungi kubanga mulimu structures mulimu ab'okioski nabo balina ebizibu byabwe bulinamu essomero eritakola okiryalinga ika emu erere ng'esobola okubeerako omukolo nga guno kyetaaga nga ekifo ekyo kimaze okulongoosebwa n'olwekyo tukikoze olwaleero omukolo guno ne gubeera wano.
The event was attended by several dignitaries, including the ambassador of Iran to Uganda, district cards, school children, among others. I'm Ivan Juko and Mike Bakabulindi for UBC.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo. Dial *165 *80#. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You will now enter the draw to win school fees.
Alright, listen up. Colgate is on a mission.
It's kind of a big thing.
Colgate Herbal uses traditional nature's herbs and combines it with Colgate Science for healthy gums and strong teeth.
New Colgate Herbal with Salt combines traditional nature's herbs with a pinch of salt and Colgate Science. A natural recipe for strong teeth and healthy gums.
Are you a woman with a small-scale business with a dream of growing it to another level? The GROW Project is here to support you in realizing your dream.
The GROW Project is a government initiative implemented by the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development and Private Sector Foundation Uganda with support from the World Bank.
We support women-owned businesses across the country to gain hands-on and business management skills through training within your location, business financing through grants and affordable loans, and infrastructure in your areas of operation to enable you to increase your productivity.
If you have a business that makes sales of up to 800,000 Uganda shillings per month, the GROW Project has the tools and resources to help you succeed. For more information, contact your district or city GROW focal person or call our toll-free line on 0800 307 777 to learn more about how you can benefit from the GROW Project's services.
The GROW Project, empowering women economically, transforming communities.
You got us on your wallet! Bobby, again! What's this drama?
Drama? Colleagues, elections for special interest groups are calling. SIGs, elections, youth, PWDs, elderly. It's time to vote for our leaders, June through August. From village to parish to district to nationals, youth, PWDs, elderly. It's time, go vote your leaders. No! Elections are supposed to be peaceful. Easy vote, okay?
Youth, elderly, and persons with disabilities. It's time to choose our leaders. Let's show up and participate in the special interest group elections. Starting June through August this year. Your vote, your voice. My vote, my voice. This message is brought to you by the Uganda Electoral Commission.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Did you know that the first C-section operation was done in Uganda? And now, in every corner, from hair dryers, banana fiber extensions, a cow tail shoe brush, a stick computers, and many more. This June, the spotlight is on you. The National Science Week 2025 is here from the 15th to 20th June 2025 at Kololo Independence Ground. Entrance is free to all. Made in Uganda. Innovation to market. This message is brought to you by
Science, Technology and Innovation Secretariat.
Welcome back from that break, and we are glad you're still with us here in UBC News Tonight. Now, in more news this evening, art teachers under their umbrella, the Uganda Professional Humanity Teachers Union, have notified the government and relevant authorities that this time around they're not willing to listen to any blatant lies regarding the increase of their prolonged salaries. Now, these teachers, who started their industrial action on June 6th, say the government has made a lot of promises regarding salary increments for art teachers, but nothing has been fulfilled, prompting them to hold the strike while the government awaits to address their pressing issues.
Teachers of humanities!
On June 6, 2025, art teachers under the Uganda Professional Humanity Teachers Union began their industrial strike. Following the government is late in implementing their salary increment, art teachers from different parts of the country in the meeting held in Kampala say they are tired of working under alarming conditions despite contributing significantly to the country's economy through the profession of teaching everyone who passes through their hands. Although they haven't heard from any relevant authorities regarding their strike, teachers say this will not deter them from exercising their constitutional rights as workers.
Will we be continuing going on with the strike in case they don't respond? It is a resounding yes. I have to assure you it is a resounding yes. Why? Because other civil servants were not given this opportunity even to lay down their tools.
According to sources, although some art teachers have laid down their working tools, the situation is different from some prominent and large schools across the country.
As for the learners continuing to sit at home or to continue being in class without teachers, that is up on them. For us, we are still chasing for our constitutional rights.
This is not the first time art teachers have gone on strike over salary increments. However, this time they hope to see results.
The legal team is already ready and stand by to take on each and every intimidation or any further constitutional rights abuse.
In a recent exclusive interview with UBC TV, Minister for Public Service Munuli Mukas urged art teachers to remain calm as the government plans to address their concerns in the 2026-2027 financial year budget.
We have been reminding him of his commitments way back last year in November. And who will really convince Ugandans that they cannot sit in and make a slot for us when they have been sitting and making slots? We are all Ugandans and we have representatives in the parliament. They tell us everything.
With the 2025-2026 budget already enacted, what options remain for teachers who want a salary increment?
We find one person having a convoy of 20 cars. Can they reduce that and create salaries? People are going abroad to do what? To sit and talk what? When people are poor.
Before even this year closes, some 4 trillion was passed when they were almost finalizing the budget for this next budget year. So tell me whether it is not a special case.
It should be noted that following a presidential directive to increase salaries for science teachers to 4 million shillings, art teachers have been claiming discrimination. They now want the government and relevant authorities to address their concerns, or else they will continue with the industrial action.
Until the 4 million, the 2.2, the 6.5, the 4.5, and the 1.2 have been given to the rightful owners, not to succumb to any kind of pressure, any intimidation.
Deborah Namamonde, UBC News.
Teachers of you.
The Vicar General of Lugazi Diocese, Monsignor Richard Kayongo, has described Uganda's new secondary school curriculum as a blessing for the country's economy, particularly in tackling the growing challenge of unemployment. We have the details.
The Vicar General of Lugazi Diocese, Monsignor Richard Kayongo, has appreciated the new lower secondary school curriculum as a bold move to address unemployment. He was opening the newly completed Immaculate Heart of Mary block at Uganda Martyrs Junior Boys na Miryango. The impressive structure, valued at over 4 billion Uganda shillings, is being celebrated as a milestone in strengthening foundational education for the boy child.
If we want a strong society, if we want very strong citizens convinced, we need to make sure that these youngsters have a very firm and convincing foundation.
He emphasized that the revised curriculum, which focuses on practical skills and creativity, offers renewed hope for young people by better preparing them for the job market.
These are very bright. We need to continue to mold them. For a tomorrow. We want a building which is so strong and well talked about. We want that the products of Naminyango Junior Boys are relevant to society.
The school's headmistress echoed her sentiments, urging students to embrace learning with humility and dedication.
To the pupils, in all our days of Mass, you have always presented the school projects to God through your petitions. This celebration is a holy indicator to mean God has answered your prayers.
The chairman of the Parents and Teachers Association and the Old Boys Association, Engineer Ronald Kayezi, expressed heartfelt appreciation to the alumni whose generous contributions made the project a reality.
I've been privileged to share with some of the headmasters of the schools that have taken our junior boys, and they have been struggling in the subject of computing or computer-related studies. And this is a timely moment when we have, as a school, to emphasize the issue of equipping the computer laboratory.
As Uganda continues to battle youth unemployment, initiatives like these and the ongoing education reforms are seen as critical steps towards creating sustainable job opportunities. Mary Namkose, Vincent Wamondo, UBC News.
The Minister of Energy and Mineral Development, Dr. Ruth Nankabirwa, has commended the Uganda Rural Development and Training Institute for skilling over 7,000 youth across 20 districts in Uganda. Nankabirwa was speaking as the chief guest at the URDT's third graduation ceremony held at SAZA headquarters in Chiboga Town Council.
The Minister of Energy and Mineral Development, Dr. Ruth Nankabirwa, has urged other non-government organizations to adopt Dr. Mwalimu Musheshe's satellite model of training. The model equips youth with employable skills in welding, motor vehicle mechanics, weaving, carpentry initiatives. She has said have created vital job opportunities.
On socio-economic transformation, we get encouraged, and how I wish that we can have many Ugandans, many patriotic Ugandans that can help, even without government direct intervention. The intervention that government does is provision of security and then the required infrastructure, the roads and the electricity to enhance the efforts of URDT.
Nankabirwa, who is also Chiboga District NRM Chairperson, presided over the awarding of certificates to over 1,000 trainees in tourism, construction and agriculture. She urged youth to shun reckless behavior and embrace government programs to improve household incomes.
Don't detect. The opportunity of having good leadership, creating environment for everybody is not being seen by many. How I wish that the youth can really see this as an opportunity for them.
Uganda Rural Development and Training Institute founder and African Rural University Vice Chancellor Dr. Mwalimu Musheshe said the institute has trained at least 70,000 out-of-school youth in employable skills. Uganda Rural Development and Training Institute Principal Ivan Busobozi said the institute signed an MOU with MasterCard Foundation to skill more out-of-school youth.
some few people, the well-wishers from the community, have even come up to support the initiative of these young people coming together, forming a circle, forming a group where they can always interact, do businesses, and also collect more support from different entities.
Well, UBC News Tonight takes a very short break, but return with more stories after these messages. Don't move an inch.
Brought to you by
Life in Uganda today comes with so many uncertainties.
Where will Madam get Kameza if I get an accident and can't work? If anything happens to me, what will Junior eat?
Yeah, Kale Musa is still in the hospital. Guy is missing a lot of money here.
With a monthly payment of only 3,000 shillings off your Equity personal account for Equi-Life Insurance, you will be entitled to 50,000 shillings hospital cash per night spent in a registered facility, up to 20 nights every year. And your family will receive 3 million shillings in case of your death. Visit your nearest Equity agent to sign up today or call 0312 327 000 for assistance.
Uniquely ours. Explore Uganda.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotellaconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
Brought to you by
Welcome back from that break, and now into the business scene. Uganda's target of achieving a tenfold growth by the year 2040 from a $50 billion economy to over $500 billion is anchored mainly on industrialization. However, this key sector of the economy is cash constrained due to the high cost of financing from the commercial banks. Now, the manufacturers under their umbrella organization, UMA, wants the issue of collateral and cost financing addressed urgently.
The high cost of money is the major impediment in the growth and development of Uganda's manufacturing sector. This was disclosed at the second annual financial symposium themed Innovative Financing Solutions for Sustainable Manufacturing Sector.
Well, the quality of clients and others, but largely speaking, we have there's a reduction of the risk factors in the country, and therefore there should be some reasonable and affordable costs of capital, especially for the manufacturing sector.
With commercial banks' interest rates hovering over and above 17%, Uganda has one of the highest interest rates on loans in the sub-Saharan Africa.
High commercial lending rates, stringent loan processing procedures, limited access to development funds persist, particularly for small and medium enterprises. With only 22.9% of the SMEs accessing finance, there is an urgent need for alternative models that align with both the unique needs of our manufacturers and the NDP4's call for increased access to affordable financing.
The question is, how did we get here, and what are some of the consequences to the economy?
Capital that comes to the bank, we do pick it from the depositors in the market. Now, when you're picking money at a very high interest rate, you'll definitely have to give it out at a high interest rate. Government is in the market as well. They do borrow from the market. So when you look at the credit risk rating of government and the manufacturer, definitely funds will go into government, and that will determine the rates in the market. I think also,
as Uganda transitions from NDP3 to the National Development Plan 4, concerns are raised by stakeholders at the UMA Symposium about its effective implementation if the commercial banks' lending rates are abnormally high.
Our discussion is basically an economic discussion. We can do the production, we can do the distribution, we can do the marketing. However, are the finances existing to help us do all that? So that is the conversation. If you don't get the finances to support you in the area of production, distribution and marketing, you may not necessarily hit the tenfold growth. And also don't forget, the demand of the goods depends on the purchasing power of the Ugandans.
In their interests that they have institutions that are financing, companies that are financing, that can grow the economy. Because when the economy grows, themselves will have the resources in the bank through different.
The manufacturing sector is not only a significant contributor to Uganda's GDP, accounting for over 24.5%, but also a major driver of job creation, employing more than 2 million people directly and many more indirectly. Dennis Igoa for UBC.
And now into the world of sports. Uganda's top chess organizers have partnered to stage the Kampala Chess Festival at Sri Shahayanad School in Bukoto, confirming that unity is strength. Take a look.
One of the organizers to
John Vianney Mukalazi of Branches Life Academy, Jude Kalanzi of Great Thinkers Chess Academy, and Ivan Mukuye of Comrades Chess Academy collaborated to deliver Uganda's first Kampala Chess Festival. The event attracted over 450 players across various categories, with winners walking away with trophies and television sets.
tusuubira nti gye tweyongera mu maaso tusobola okusika
abantu 2,000 oba 5,000 mu kifo kimu ne tunyumirwa omuzannyo gwaffe ate n'abaana ne beeyongera okunyumira.
In the boys under 6, Gary Bigisha Noah remained unbeaten with 8 points, while Sam Nicole was the top girl with 5.5 points.
I think I must say that today we have had yet another very successful tournament, which was actually organized by private tournament organizers, which are supported by Uganda Chess Federation. We have had a record turnout of about 458 participants. This is one of the highest number we have registered in the last 4 to 5 years.
In the boys under 8 and under 10, Francis Tumusime emerged top, while Driti Apurva dominated the under 8 category. In the girls under 8 and under 10, Talia Tubet was overall winner, with Edinansi Melissa leading the under 8s. In the boys under 12 and under 14, Ronald Wawire topped with 7.5 points, while Innocent Baguma led the under 14s. Julieta Saba topped both under 12 and under 14 girls, with Anil Yadav Suhana leading the under 12s. In the boys under 16, under 18 and under 20, Benjamin Netanyahu was dominant. Shilo Tandeka led the under 18s, and Maliba Rugunda won under 16 gold. Patience Angel won the girls under 16, under 18 and under 20, while Zion Maweje took the under 20 gold and Ariela Agaba led the under 16s.
And with that, our first edition of UBC News Tonight comes to an end, but do join us at 10 o'clock for more stories in our second edition. I'm Lorraine Masika Kazimoto and my colleague Yusuf. We will see you at 10.
In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort, and pride with Royal Foam Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels, and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukoto Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the 1st floor.
A smile that is white, fresh and beautiful is a smile to be proud of. Discover new Colgate White and Fresh for the whole family with high quality and an incredible price.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat
exercise profile to adopt and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Bara and Jinja.
Buza Kamiso now, enhancing tax education and bringing it closer to the taxpayers. Many Ugandans have questions about.
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Bara and Jinja.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for keeping it UBC TV. You're welcome on Timex Nutrition Center. My name is Jethro Kasaiji. As usual, I do have Dr. Tamale Ismail from Timex Nutrition Center. Remember, I did tell you the other time we were here that this show happens every second Tuesday of the month, where we do focus on your issues, your questions, of course, regarding the non-communicable diseases. Thank you so much for always sparing time, ladies and gentlemen. We've started here off camera on a light note. Doctor was telling me how my immune is really not so strong, how I eat bad foods. I said, doctor, but really, how possible is that? I've really tried to follow what you do tell us. Actually, I was defending myself, but at one point he said, no, people with allergies are always blood group. Oh, doctor. Thank you so much for keeping, for sparing time always. Thank you so much for coming. Dr. Tamale Ismail, say hello to our viewer before we dive into the people's questions.